Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Marnice Nicole and I did it again. I feel like I forgot how to paint and we're trying to work through that. So hop into this latest artist diary with me right now. Okay guys, hey, I'm back. If you've seen on this channel, I've been catching up with some of the old videos and now we finally have reached new content, new videos that I'm in this artistic mood. I have pretty much all to thank of my sister and my family, my co-workers who have been like, why aren't you painting? Paint. Although this is what I was painting. And so I feel like I've gotten to that place where the art slump is kind of over. I'm trying to get back into things and I still, for the life of me, feel like I lost all of the skills that I had gained because his painting has gone through a journey. If you will recall, we're in October of 2023 now, but back in like December of 2022, I had started this painting right here. And then I had this idea for it, and I just never finished it. And so like a week or two ago, I just wiped it and I put this pink background over top of it because I was frustrated with me. It has been mocking me for like 10 months, just staring in the corner like, paint me. And I'm just like, no, I will not. And so without the cameras watching, I just started to like put this scene in, and it's supposed to be, let me tell you what it's supposed to be. Like, here's the photo inspirations. I'll put them up here, but it was supposed to be like this catering, taking care of kind of vibes where there was like the guy and then like these women and like, you know, shower scene, like very much Coming to America and one of those opening scenes. It was like supposed to be that vibe, but like as I was painting it, I felt like it was very primitive and like this reminds me of like an old school like cave painting. It really does. Like, if I'm being completely serious, I was like struggling. Like, I was like forgetting how to blend the paints and like, oh, I'm not like in touch with like my color palettes because I kept picking up colors. I'm like, this doesn't work. And like what I should have done, instead of hopping right into a painting after like so much long art slumping, I should have just practiced. But I didn't do that. Instead of just playing around on my sketchbook, playing with supplies, getting back into it, of course I jumped into another project, ruining a painting that technically I could have finished, but we are where we are now. So this is where we're at, and I've decided that I'm just gonna vibe out on this camera. I'm just gonna pick a paint and see where this goes and see where we can get through. A lot of what I've learned over the years when it comes to painting and like arting, especially when it's for pleasure versus like as a selling artist or a job or a gallery exhibiting artist, although I have some works in a gallery, which is fun. I've learned that I'm here to enjoy the process, so stop stressing out. This painting can be completely horrible and no one but me will see it or care. Well, if you're watching this video, you'll see it, but the point is that I need to take the restraints and the like critiques and the stress away from this because this is my hobby. This is the thing that's supposed to relax me and be joyful. So we are going to get some wine, get some paint, and I might continue with this concept just to see where we go, but I have a strong suspicion that as I continue painting this, it's going to get frustrating, and so I'm going to end up wiping it again. This painting might end up with 5 or 6 layers, and then we're going to sit here and wonder like, like if anyone ever examines the underneath of this, like x-rays it, they're going to see like horror story, unfinished painting, nonsense. But a few things and concerns that I have from this painting starting off. I'm going to bring you closer. So starting off, this space right here is not balanced at all. So we have supposed to be figure 1, female with a shower hose thing. We have figure 2 who is supposed to be shaving this individual. This might actually turn into a horror painting because it'd be fun if she was just like slicing his neck. get into the Halloween spirit. But anyway, she's supposed to be shaving him. We'll see if that ends up there. And then she is supposed to be washing his hair while sitting on the edge of the tub. And off the rip, this is very disproportional and unbalanced. That's the thing that my eyes immediately seeing. You have this bathroom mirror that's taking up all of this background, but then there's nothing here. I started sketching in some random things because I want the shower to be running. And so dripping water down onto this figure here and then splashing onto this guy. And so that's interesting to me. But then still the background is like sort of empty here. And you can fix that a couple of ways. One, if this bath wasn't set so low on the ground, then it would make sense, because if like this was up to here and then they were up to here, or if this bath was tilted, so instead of it just being straight across, we had an angle so it went from here to here, that could fix it and give some direction for your eye, and then have her more in the back. That could be a possible fix. But also, if she was standing and bending over, but this character is standing and bending over, but the mirror is here balancing out this side. So what we could do is have them switch, have her be down a level with these figures, and then have her standing and like hovering over, if that makes sense. So there's that. Another thing that is really like bothering me more than anything is like the general proportions of it all. It's something I've always struggled with. I've never taken like the time to figure draw. I need like several drawing classes to get that skill set up. And I was doing a little better when I was working in my sketchbook and everything, but I've never gotten to the place where I'm comfortable in saying like, I'm painting this figure realistically. And realism is not my goal, but it shouldn't be like thrown away at all. So I really want to work on the proportions, because there's some things that I would like the bodies to be doing that they're just not doing. I do want to play around with reflections. So if this character is now down lower, what's going to be reflected in the mirror? We could add my shadow people, but I think I've done this painting with the shadow figures. I've done this painting with the shadow figures, and then I went into a 10-month art slump. I don't know if I love that concept anymore. I don't know. It's so interesting when I see it, and I still love the paintings when I look at them, but I don't know if I love the idea of painting it into anything else. And then with this painting, with my empty movie theater painting, I love the concept of space and solitude. It's a concept I've played around with a lot in my artwork just throughout my time painting. I used to do it a lot with like this painting right here, one of my favorite first paintings that I did, Just a Moment. But moving back to this painting, there's something about the solitude and the loneliness in there, and I'm not particularly feeling solitude or loneliness, so it'll be interesting to paint it from this mindset. But that would then remove the characters, and one thing about me is that I love to paint a character story. Like, I'm a big reader, I'm a big into storytelling and books and like complex stories, but not convoluted. And I think the problem with this painting concept right now as it stands is that it's very convoluted. Ha! I think I figured it out. But anyway, this is my starting point. Well, technically this is like my midpoint or quarter 2 point, because we have a lot of work to do with this and we've already started. But for now, I'm going to jump into painting and have a little relaxing me time session. And so I'm not going to end thing back. We're just going to start the painting session and start redoing this figure. Eliminate some of this errors with the proportions, because there are so many errors. And we're going to talk through this painting process. I think the trick here is going to be to work around the canvas, so I'm not like staying stationary at all. So we'll try and do that. And I think I also need to put in some kind of background color to like remove the nonsense. So like this, all of this needs to be take it back and make this solid here. But also, I just thought about adding a bunch of bubbles, and I'm obsessed with the idea. So maybe we can save this, and maybe we won't end up redoing this painting a bunch of times. But it's definitely going to be very, I was about to say very strokey, but that sounds inappropriate. It's definitely going to be very, what do you call this? Gestural. This is definitely going to be a very gestural painting. And for no other particular reason other than that's the only way I can paint right now. I need to make marks. That's what's going to happen. Oh, well, this character is going. Maybe we are going to put this character on the floor. That choice has just been made live on camera. So that's fun. And I'm probably scaring my dogs with my inane laughter. This is fun though. That's the reason why I do like painting so much. Because it can be fun just to sit here and make little marks and to see if something is happening. Also, don't be like me and leave your paintbrushes in water, especially if they're wood, because then they start to peel, and that's unfortunate. But we're here now, so. But yeah, a lot of times when I'm painting, I like to be subtractive, especially when I'm working on a second layer and I'm refining whatever the heck my painting is going to be. So I like to use colors to retract things I've already painted on here. And one of the things I need to retract is this body. And I should have just used the background color, this original pink that I used, but I didn't put it out yet, so whatever. But we're taking this figure all the way out. Cool. See, already that feels more balanced. There's something else we can put here to make this, maybe someone leaning against the wall and staring into it. Ooh, with their foot up. I'm telling you, I just have random ideas. But like, foot here. And how tall would you have to be to have your foot up? And then the rest of your foot down. Right here. Right? And then you would be leaning against the wall. Does that even seem feasible? Maybe if this wasn't here, maybe it was like this. So then you would give more of a foot bend. Oh, it could be a very sexy leg too. I like that. And then down here, that gives the leg more space to be like bent. And then kind of like this. Oh, I love that. Now what is this body doing right here? And then she's blowing bubbles. And then a little bubble thing. And then bubbles. Oh my God, yes, and then bubbles. Bubble, 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 bubble. And then bubble, bubble, bubbles in a tub. I think we have something out. Okay. We've added more colors to our palette. I added the pink because we're going to use it to be retractive. And I'm really liking this idea. This is literally, you're watching in motion how some of these paintings happen for me. Like, I'm so excited about this, and I'm excited about the bubbles and now the bubble bath. And like, before we started this process, I literally was just ready to throw it all away and try again. Oh, don't do that. There we go. But now I'm like, okay, cool. We're fixing it. And there's still some problems because we need to fix her. And we need to fix these things. Don't do that. Hold on. So we're fixing. There's still some problems. There's definitely problems with proportions. But right now I'm having the urge to, one, start adding in black. And I try to leave that for the very last, because black is, one, a hard color to cover up. And two, black is like a very bold color, so you don't want to have mistakes with it. But, oh, you see that? You see that? Yeah. Okay, this is going to be great.
And it really was. This section of the painting was literally my favorite part. And you'll see why in just a minute. I don't often paint a lot of guys because I suck at it. And so this particular part where I start working on the male figure, it just started bringing the whole thing together. And I finally kind of caught the vibe for this painting. The tutu skirt helped as well because that was fun. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to play around with the figures multiple times. But this guy, when I started working on him, I was like, yep. At least I know what the theme of the painting is going to be, that it's working for me. And that I love that idea. And I can build around the male figure. And of course, lots and lots of bubbles, because that was really my favorite part, adding in the bubbles. I don't normally paint and finalize paintings this much, but I doubt I'll do much more to the nail section because I had so much fun working on the bubbles. So, need to be more fun with my paintings, that's for sure. Because this particular part was just so stress-free and fun.
Hey guys, so we focused in on this area right here. And it's weird because I don't normally focus in on the man, and I'm also getting the man to more of a finalized state than I normally do in my process. Normally it's layer, it's ugly, as you can see, and then you slowly build in the details with each new layer. But like, I've only been painting for about 40 minutes, and this section is like, can you see the vibe that I'm trying to give in? Like, if I move in closely, like him with the two girls and everything, there's still a lot to be said about the portions. But I feel like she's better, and I want her to be like holding down her dress, like, oh my gosh. And then she's going to be blowing bubbles. I added in this shadow figure, but I'm not sure if I like the shadow figure. I'm placeholding it, but I like the idea of the shadow figure playing with the bubbles that she's blowing. And then we have this girl who's holding the shower rod thing. So it's coming together slowly. This character needs to be adjusted because like the poofy tutu that she's wearing has taken up a little bit of her outfit, and I think she needs like a sea of ladies right behind her, also shadow figures. But this is coming together. I'm low-key, I'm really excited. I'm really excited. I'm like really excited. Like, how do you go from this to like the other stuff? Like, how do you get there? I don't know. But like, you know what vibes this is giving me? You know when you would have nymphs and they would be playing in like a bathhouse or an oasis or like a Greek thing? I'm getting those vibes. And so now I want to research some elements of Greek life and throw it in here, but I'm not familiar with them, so I don't know. And then this is how my brain processes, because this is where we're at now.
And I thought I was done at that moment, and then I decided to add a new figure, make more tweaks. And I don't know, guys, it's coming together, even though I fully understand that in my next painting session probably everything else but the guy is going to change. That's just my painting process.
Okay, so this is where we've gotten to. I'm so glad I sat down to actually do this because I absolutely love it. There's still some problems. There's so many problems. And I can just take you through them because why not? We'll go hands-free for this. So starting off with, I love the addition of this girl in the back. She's holding a towel. She's being helpful. She's there. And so I love her, but I need to fix this woman here. Her proportions are off. I've repainted her leg in multiple ways. And I think what I'm going to do is keep her legs straight and kind of just like leaning on the tub a little bit. And then that way this hose idea that I originally had will wrap around her. Like it'll be coming this way and then snaked out on the floor. And then I will feel like this space is finally like filled in. Another thing is this woman right here. I finally got like her body proportions. Oh, I got paint on me. I finally got her body proportions right, but I'm not happy with her head at all. And then also she is very, like, her lighting is wrong. Like her skin is very dark, which is fine. That is like the intention I wanted to have, but it's dark and like you cannot tell the shadows. So I need to do something about it. I'm very particularly proud of the booty since I don't paint butts well. So she all needs to be fixed. She needs some highlights or at least some lowlights added to her. And then you see the little razor with him and her holding her hands. I think the proportions are right, but we'll check when the head is back in. And maybe if I have her, instead of looking this way at us, looking directly at him, that'll fix what these proportion problems are. Also her hair. So there's that. What else? I like the character in the mirror. I still have to work on that a little bit. And then this character right here, I just kind of gave up, but I love the color of her dress and I love the color being like put in. So I put it in the bubbles and kind of framed it in here. I put it in the towel. So it gives this a little more harmony and I like where this is going. So we have like, there'll probably be like 2 or 3 more layers on top of this. But for this being where we're at, I absolutely love it. We still need to fix like the final proportions, the legs. But like this whole process to me has been so fun and I've enjoyed it so much. And so that has been today's painting session. It turned into way more of a painting story and success than I thought it was going to be. Because like we started from a place of worry. But we're breaking the art slump. Like we're actively in the process of breaking the art slump. I have so many ideas. I'm thinking about adding gold foil. Like I'm seeing what this will end up looking like. And that is so much fun to me. So my name is Marnice Nicole. I am an acrylic painter. Yes. And I'm out. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Okay, bye.